Good morning, good morning, good morning. The real E-Leezy. How y'all doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Wake up. Wake up, wake up. I want to start the show off by saying God bless everyone. I hope everyone has a productive day. I hope everyone is safe. I hope everybody, uh, you know, f- finds their purpose and lives in that purpose, whatever that purpose is. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's outside of doing anything illegal, causing harm to anybody else, for your own satisfaction and gratification. Um, I want to let's talk about the Clippers first, though. Good win by the Clippers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Despite, I don't like how their offense is. I think they're too talented for the ball to just get stagnant and then it just becomes a one-on-one show. And I noticed that about most teams in the NBA. It's a lot of one-on-one basketball. I mean, and it looks like this is an AAU thing. It's like no team camaraderie. There's no ball movement. There's no body movement. There's just great players go make a play. Great players go make a play, and we'll figure out everything else. You know what I'm saying, later on. But sometimes you might not get to the later on. You know what I'm saying? The game might be too far out of hand to be like, okay, now it's time to make adjustments. Now it's time to start moving the ball. Now it's time to start getting other guys involved. And that's not how you should play the game. If you're going to come out, make sure that you instill that confidence in the other guys. Get the ball moving, have it flowing. I'm not saying don't be aggressive. Of course, you know what I'm saying, pick your spots when to be aggressive. Don't come out super passive. But at the same time, come out looking for your shot, but also come out if you see a guy, you know what I'm saying, that's slashing or cutting, and he might have an opportunity to score, give him the ball. Instead of just letting that man cut through without looking at him and then trying to go one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with that. I don't like that type of basketball, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And the teams that's going to have success this season is going to be the teams that's the most together. You know what I'm saying? The teams that's more energetic. The teams that's more supportive of their teammates. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it's going to have to be. Like, if any championship level team, you can tell, you know what I'm saying, their togetherness by how how enthusiastic, like, you know what I'm saying, how excited, how joyous they are. Like, you know what I'm saying, it's a certain type of energy that you can just tell, like, man, this team right here, they together. They clicking on all cylinders. When somebody make a mistake, they like, it's okay, we'll get the next one. They not like, oh, put their hands on their head. They don't just be shaking their head like, fuck. Like, when you start reacting like that to somebody who makes a mistake, when all players in the NBA make bonehead plays and make mistakes at times, you know what I'm saying, even the greatest players, then we have an issue. Because now what you're doing is that you're showing your teammate up. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good brand of basketball. That's not team basketball. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? We win together, we lose together. You know what I'm saying? But it's always somebody's fault. Now, if you're Ben Simmons or a couple of these other guys out here, then you're just playing out trash, though. Like, real talk, though. And I don't want to sound like the media, though, but I got to call it how I see it, what I'm seeing. Ben Simmons, all he need to do is just change his mindset and then get in the gym and work on his game and work on his skills. Like, you know what I'm saying? But these players come out and be like, I'm 6'10", I'm athletic, I can pass, I can do this, I can do that, I can dribble. And it's just like, well, wait a minute. That shit don't really translate to a great player. I don't know what a lot of these players' intentions are, if they want to be great or not. But from what I'm seeing, that's not the signs of a championship level player. And if you're not playing the game to win championships, what are you playing the game for? Just to make money? Well, shit, you can make money doing something else. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, people need to get their mind right. You know, they get the mind right, get their body right, real talk. And then, you know what I'm saying, reassess what they really want to do. If this is what you really want to do, then you're going to have to put forth the effort, because there are a lot of people that's watching you, you know what I'm saying, that's emulating your game, that want to be like you when they grow up, and, you know what I'm saying, that admires everything that you do and the things that you say. But if you're not showing them, you know what I'm saying, how to go out there and become, you know what I'm saying, what they admire, then I don't understand. So, I mean, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Get back on the Clippers. That's a good win. Every win this season is going to be hard to come by. And that's one of the reasons why the NBA projected certain teams to have a certain amount of win total at the end of the year, which would put them probably in a lower like in a bottom of their conferences, like in the lower half of their conferences, respectively. But if you don't bring your A game and you don't bring that fire and that championship spirit for those who have those aspirations, it's gonna get real ugly before it gets, you know what I'm saying, sweet. And I just want to let people know that, man, you have a goal, you have a job, you know, that you set forth in training camp in the summer, you know, individual goals and then team goals. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I feel that those individual goals should reflect your team success. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, you know, people need to get it together. Great win by the Clippers. They needed the win in spite of the news that was handed down by their team saying that Kawhi will not be playing, you know what I'm saying, the upcoming road trip again. So Kawhi is missing a lot of time in this early part of the season, and I don't know if a championship level team can gel like that. In my opinion, they have too many guys that's in and out, too many guys that really trying to solidify, you know what I'm saying, their roles, and might be pressing a little bit and trying to force things at times. Reggie Jackson is not playing well. Norman Powell is not playing well. And these are veterans in the league. Like, you know what I'm saying? For you to be pressing at this stage in the game and you're a veteran, it's sort of kind of like how Clay does sometimes. Clay, sometimes he takes bad shots and he forces some shots. Now, knowing that he can maybe hit those shots at times, I just think that sometimes he might force some shots. And that's what I'm seeing from Clippers players. Instead of playing in a rhythm and in a system, you know what I'm saying, that's designed for everyone to at least touch the ball and make the next play, it's a lot of guys trying to play hero ball, and that's not going to win you a championship. You know what I'm saying? It's only two guys that should be allowed to really do those things, and that's Kawhi when he comes back and Paul George. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be trying to create. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people's going to have to be the one to set the screen. Some people's going to have to be the one to dive. Some people's going to have to be the one to clear out. Some people's going to have to be the one to pick and pop. You know what I'm saying? Pick and flare, pick and roll. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you have to understand the guys that fit within the confines of, you know what I'm saying, of the system. So if you look at Terrence Mann, he fits. If you look at Luke Kennard, he fits. You know what I'm saying? They know their role. They don't try to really go out and do too much. Ivica Zubac, he knows his role. So that's very important. That's very, very important when you're talking about championship level squads. You have to be able to, you know, define a role for someone, and they have to be able to accept that role and sit and fit in that role. You know what I'm saying? And slide into that role, make the transition from whatever their role was previously. If you want to win, if any teams have aspirations on wanting to win, that's what needs to go down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be the guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. And when John Wall comes back, John Wall is someone that who can attack and transition in a half court with his quickness and his speed and his ability to get to the rim. See, that's something that John Wall is great at, and he's been great at that his whole career. But injuries obviously derailed us, you know, derailed him from him displaying those skill set, you know what I'm saying, for years now. So, but with him in the fold, see, he can be the one to facilitate. He can be the one to get, you know what I'm saying, play the passing lane, get steals, you know what I'm saying, and put pressure on the rim. See what I'm saying? Paul George can give you the little in-between game, the post-up game, the step back, midi, or he can hit you with the three, you know what I'm saying, on a pull-up. Feel what I'm saying? Kawhi Leonard, pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? Interchangeable. Can post up, hit you with this, hit you with that. So we have to look at certain things and skill sets what people provide to their team, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if motherfuckers is making bad decision off a bad decision because they're trying to do shit that they know they shouldn't be doing, not saying that they cannot do it, but that's not what the team needs from you. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Define a role and fit into a role. So good win by the Clippers. Houston, I don't like Houston's. Houston is probably the worst team in the league. And I'm saying that with all due respect. Houston, they don't know how to really play basketball. That is an AAU team. those guys are just out there just playing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I love KJ Martin's game, and I knew KJ Martin was going to provide this for their team because he comes from basketball, you know what I'm saying? He comes from, like, basketball purity, like basketball knowledge, basketball experience. Like, his dad, Kenyon Martin, was really that dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Rookie of the year. If he would have broke his leg in college, maybe Cincinnati had a chance to win a national championship. You know what I'm saying? Great defender, energy guy, locker room guy, hold motherfuckers accountable, not scared to get in your face and mix it up. Kenyon Martin was that guy. And I'm seeing from KJ Martin, he has nice size. He is real springy, good athleticism. This was the type of guy that I would say that we needed on our squad because he knows exactly what his role is. Spot up three, slasher, defender, you know what I'm saying? Rebounder. He knows exactly what his role is, and he can be a key piece on a championship team. And I remember early in the summer, it was later, or middle of the summer, late in the summer, it was talks that he wanted to be traded. And I understand why he would say that because he's ready to play real basketball and try to help a team win. These young guys right now, these guys don't really know what it takes, and they're not getting that from their coaches on that Houston Rockets team. It's either they're not getting that, it's either Rockets coaches, you know what I'm saying, and their front office and their staff is not demanding certain things from their players, and then the players, they're not being attentive, you know what I'm saying? They're not being disciplined. They're not showing that they want to win and that they want to get better. Everything is one-on-one, isolation. There's no ball movement. You know what I'm saying? And that's unacceptable. I love what Sengun, I love his potential and what he could be. You know what I'm saying? Because he has good footwork because he's been working out with Akeem and he's been very serious and attentive. And you can kind of tell that he's been working on his game from last year to this year. A little bit more comfortable. See what I'm saying? So, with that being said, I don't understand what's really going on. Jalen Green forces everything. He doesn't know how to get to a certain spot. They take bad step back, long ass threes and jump shots. And I'm like, man, it's certain points on the floor, right? The basketball floor is sort of kind of like a motherfucking maze, right? You know, excuse me. You know where the entry is, you know where the exit is, right? And then in between, those are the points where are your safe points. You know what I'm saying? So when you get to a certain spot in the maze, you know, okay, boom, okay, I'm here. So from here, if I go back and retrace my steps, I can get over here and then we can get to the finish line. Or we can get back to entry. You see what I'm saying? But then it's somewhere in that maze sometimes where you just get completely lost and you just be trying to go different ways. And that's exactly what I see in the game today. A lot of these motherfuckers are in it. When they step on that hardwood, it's like a maze. They don't really know their way around that maze. They don't know where the entry, you know what I'm saying, point is, and they don't know where the motherfucking finish it, where the exit is. Like, you see what I'm saying? And you watch these motherfuckers, they just running around, running into each other, no spacing. Oh, let me try to go over here. Oh, no, you can't go over there. There's a motherfucker standing right there. There's 2 or 3 motherfuckers standing right there. Oh, shit. Let me go back over here. Oh, shit. I can't go back over here. It's like, no, you shouldn't have to work that hard to get a bucket in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have to work that hard, especially if you have size on you. Now, if you're a smaller guard, you know what I'm saying, like the Kyries and the Stephs and, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, then, of course, you're going to have to get a little bit more tricky with your dribble. You're going to have to call for that high pick and roll to get the mix match that you want so you can use your speed. You know what I'm saying? You might have to go through the legs 100 million times so you can free up a little bit of space to get your shot off. You know what I'm saying? So, but everybody can't play like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You need to be able to have a detail of that court, you know what I'm saying? And pick certain areas on that court where you be like, you know what? This is a spot where I can get to. And this is a spot to where I can draw certain people. And this spot right here will be wide open. So when they go through that maze, that's the entry point. And then now the exit point is me finishing at the rim. You know what I'm saying? Or me finishing with a little baby 15-footer. or me finishing with a spot out wide open three off a motherfucking down screen, a double stagger, or a motherfucking flare. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, come on, man. Motherfuckers need to understand how to play this game. They don't be understanding nothing. And then on defense, you just be sound. Everybody can't try to challenge a shot or block a shot. Get your hand in the shot pocket. Every shooter has a shot pocket. If you can get your hand and deter that shooter from that shot pocket, it's going to make that shooter uncomfortable. Now he has to change his shot. You know what I'm saying? Now he has to rearrange how you know what I'm saying? Now his pocket is going to be deterred. It's going to be rearranged. It's going to be altered. And then you just put your hand straight up. And if they shoot and make that good shot, it's, guess what? It's good defense, but what do they say? Better offense. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Man, people need to understand on how to play the game. You always trace the ball. That's why I say, when I tell my children and when I tell people when I'm coaching the youngsters, I'm saying you have to get your windshield wipers out there. You know what I'm saying? Get your windshield wipers out there. You have to use your hands, windshield wipers. And I'm not saying use your hands to hold people. You can use your hands to touch people up like a little forearm or something. Don't let nobody cut through the lane without you touching them. Period. You know what I'm saying? You check them motherfuckers. Nuh-uh. You ain't just gonna be running freely through this lane. You know what I'm saying? And don't let nobody cross over in front of your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why you should always have, a view on ball, you man. Ball, you man. Ball, you man. You feel me? And then having attention to detail, you have to know your personnel. KYP. KYP. Know your personnel. Know what people want to do. Know where they, you know what I'm saying, where their comfort zone is. Know what moves they like to do to set up, you know what I'm saying, the shot. You have to understand all of that. Like, don't go for all the little irky jerky and then moving with them. No, just sit there and let them do all their moves. Once they get into their pocket, that's when the windshield wipers is supposed to be coming. You know what I'm saying? Wash away all of that shit. All that shit that's on your windshield, what you do when all that shit get on your windshield? When your windshield get foggy and the whole shit, what you do? Nigga, you turn your windshield wipers on, nigga, and then guess what that do? It kind of gives you a little clearer path. Now you wiping away shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same motherfucking concept in basketball, bro. All that bullshit that motherfuckers be doing, throw your windshield wipers out there. Now you can get a deflection in the passing lane. You see what I'm saying? Once you get that deflection, then what? Boom. Now motherfucker can then possibly get a steal. Now you leak out. Now you out. Fast break. You know what I'm saying? Layup, alley-oop, spot up threes. You feel what I'm saying? All created off of the windshield wiper. When the Joker and all these players are just sitting up, even Draymond Green, and Draymond Green does this very well. Even when motherfucker just sitting up at the top of the key waiting to try to initiate offense and run offense, and they just sitting up there with the ball like this, and nobody's applying ball pressure to try to muck up that offense or you know what I'm saying, close down those passing windows and lanes. You know what I'm saying? You got to get them windshield wipers up. You feel me? And that's just what it is, bro. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. You have to have an IQ for the game. I'm not going to allow you to just stand there, you know what I'm saying, and just pass the ball freely with wide open windows, you know what I'm saying, and passing angles and all that shit to just get those passes through. No, I'm going to trace the ball. I'm all over you. No, I'm going to make it hard for you. See, a lot of players don't like that when you make it hard for them because they want you to just, see, the NBA is so used to, today's NBA is so used to the greatest players allowing you to do what you want to do, and it makes it look like they're a great player. But then when you trap motherfuckers or you put some pressure on a motherfucker be like, damn, they kind of fucking the game up right now. Why not just let me go one-on-one and get into my bag? Because that's not basketball. You see what I'm saying? And that's exactly what we see in today's game. I was watching the Brooklyn game, and I seen that they was making it hard on that boy, KD. They was putting pressure on him, trapping him here and there, and he didn't like that. So after the game, he was like, yeah, they was over there mucking the game up and throwing all different kind of junk in the game. He said they were throwing junk in the game, and all they were doing was simply playing basketball. Nigga, I'm not going to allow you to be great. If you're really that great, you're going to have to show me how great you really are. Do you get that? You see what I'm saying? I seen when motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying, Detroit Pistons playing physical with Giannis. Giannis got his 30 points, but that 30 points be hard. See, you have to understand when Giannis, at the point of attack, when Giannis goes and somebody cuts his first move off, he throws that arm out there and gives you a nice little and shoves the fuck up out of you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like they allow this dude to get away with that because they're trying to promote Giannis as the main guy in the NBA. Like, you know what I'm saying? They allow Giannis to get away with a lot of shit because they know he really don't really have that skill set, you know what I'm saying, to do certain shit. So it makes it look like he's more dominant, you know what I'm saying, than what it appears to be. He gets away with a lot of off-arm action because he can't really dribble that good. You know what I'm saying? And then the one thing that he has over everybody, he's so long, his Euro step from the three-point line is a layup every time. You know what I'm saying? His back you down, spin back, drop that shoulder, that's like, he's really Shaquille O'Neal with a better handle. And Shaquille O'Neal was great in the open court. Shaquille O'Neal was great in the open court in his own right. I'm not going to sit there and say he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But Giannis and Shaq's game is similar. It's pretty similar. Every once in a while, Giannis will give you a little a jump shot, but he's uncomfortable with going to that jump shot. See, Giannis tries those jump shots when he know he really can't get to the rim. He'll pull up. Instead of him looking for that shot, he takes that shot, you know what I'm saying? He takes that shot by motherfucking default, if you think about it. Because when he can't force and overpower people and get his way to the lane, then it's a wrap. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Somebody say something went wrong. See, at the point when I'm exposing Giannis, they gonna try to fuck my video up. And that is crazy how they did that. It just said something went wrong. At the point when I'm breaking down a motherfucking game and I'm really exposing a motherfucking game for what it really is, and that's not hating, the things that I'm saying are all true and factual. It's not hate. But you can't sit there and say, oh, he the best player, he the best player, he the best player, he the best. No, I'm looking at everything. I'm looking at skill set. I'm looking at handles. I'm looking at the point of attack. I'm looking at how you get your buckets. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at how can you score in this area of the court, how you score in that area of the court. You know what I'm saying? What do you do to set up the move that you want to go to score? You know what I'm saying? And I don't really see it. So for people to be thinking that I'm hating, bro, go on with that shit. I critique everybody game from Steph Curry to all the greatest players. You know what I'm saying? And no, that's just how detailed I am with this shit. I pay attention, bro, to certain shit. And if it's some shit that I don't like, I'm like, nah, you shouldn't have did that. You should have did this. Then, yeah, I'm going to say that. But that's not hating. It's called critiquing. You know what I'm saying? If you had any kind of detail for the game, you know what I'm saying, like I do, because I pay attention to footwork, all the shit. Skill level. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go ahead and fill the stat sheet up and then tell me he's the best player because you filled the stat sheet up. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You can't trick me that easy. See, a lot of y'all be getting tricked because of the media and then these numbers. When you see, oh man, that nigga raw. I'm like, what makes him raw? How is he raw? I just need to know. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm looking at a player, I'm like, okay, it's a difference between being dominant and then being highly skillful. It's a difference between being a dominant player or being a okay player with the, you know what I'm saying, a high intensity and an aggressive mindset, than being an okay player, a good player with a mindset that's not so aggressive. You see what I'm saying? I think Jeff Green coming out of Georgetown, in my opinion, 6'8", can shoot, you know what I'm saying, can handle the rock, explosive, athletic. I think if Jeff Green had a mindset of a Giannis or somebody, then Jeff Green would be he would be an all-star. You know what I'm saying? He'll put up numbers if Jeff Green really wanted to be that player. But it's a mindset that separates certain players from other players. The skill set might be the same, but the mindset separates you. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. If Ben Simmons had a mindset of attack, 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 nobody can stop me, I'm going to dip my shoulder, get to that rim, and I'm putting pressure on that rim like Giannis. Then we'll be talking about Ben Simmons as potentially being, or arguably, being what? The best player in the league, right? If it's because he's going to fill the stat sheet up in every category, right? Is it fair to say that? If Giannis didn't have that mindset of attack, 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 can we sit here and say that Giannis is the best player in the game? Really, think about it. If Giannis didn't attack the rim and put pressure on the rim the way he puts pressure on the rim, would he be able to do anything outside of that? Ask yourself that. I want everybody to ask themselves that. And then tell me if I'm hating or not. See, being a great player is having a total package. If I'm not putting pressure on the rim, well, shit, I'm going to kill you from the motherfucking midi. I'm going to kill you from the little baby post-up, turn left shoulder, right shoulder. I'm going to kill you from the three-point, face-up, triple threat, jab step. You know what I'm saying? 1 dribble, 2 dribble, 3 dribble, pull-up. Period. I'm going to get into my bag. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because certain teams are going to allow you to get certain shit off. Because teams don't have an attention to detail. They don't know the KYP of the game. They don't look at players and be like, you know what? He likes to do this. Let me take this away and see what he can do if I take this away. See, a lot of these players don't have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counters. You couldn't say that about Jordan and Kobe. If you took something away from them, they were so great that they'll even make the shot with great defense on them. Because they had an art to this shit. It was a certain type of thing that they had to where they was like, man, I'm going to practice this because I know if they take away this, then I know that they're not going to shift their hand over here. So I should be able to get this angle and get a look at the basket and shoot right over a contested hand. If I put a little bit more, pop on that wrist and a little bit more trajectory and more arc on that ball and shoot it higher over that, over that motherfucking outstretched hand that's right on my fingertips, then I think that, with the right amount of pressure and torque on that thing gonna go in. I'm gonna give it a chance to go in. See, it's certain details that they was like, damn. How many times you seen motherfuckers really stop Kobe and Jordan on their first, second, and third, move? And still was on the receiving end of a bucket. How many times? I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Details. Work ethic. You feel what I'm saying? Confidence. You have to put all that together. When you work on things, bro, that you're going to see in the game, it makes that situation, it's not a high pressure situation anymore. It's routine because you're practicing that shit. So it's not foreign to you when you see that shit in the game. It's like, oh, I seen this a million times before. I did this a million times before. Let me stick to my mechanics. Let me stick to my guns. Let me stick to my work that I put in. You know what I'm saying? And let me make this move. And if they do this, I'm gonna do this. And if they do this to when if they do this to when I do this, then I'm gonna do this. Like, you see what I'm saying? They keep you on your toes and they keep you trying to guess and figure out how to stop them. And that's the signs of a great player. You know what I'm saying? That's the signs of a great player. So, you know what I'm saying? I broke that down for y'all. You feel me? And that's what it is. Let me know what your thoughts is. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment. I love when people comment, whether they're coming out to challenge one of my talking points or not. That's fine. We can have a debate. We can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you can't sit here and say that I'm hating on people. I'm just not so gullible and one of those motherfuckers that just believe what everybody else say. Or if everybody else is seeing one thing, I'm the motherfucker to see something else. Because I look a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not asking, I'm me. You know what I'm saying? You can't be me, and I can't be you. Everybody be themselves. You give your opinion on what you see, and I'll give my opinion on what I see. But it's not hate. Trust me, it's not hate. Hate would be coming out knowing that a motherfucker is great You know what I'm saying? And knowing that I'm up, oh, nigga, Jordan hella weak, bro. That nigga Jordan be hogging, bro. That nigga wouldn't make none of them shots if he didn't have Scottie Pippen. That's hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Jordan only raw nigga because the league, man, they don't let nobody play defense on him, man. Like, that's hate. Knowing that this motherfucking is the best player, knowing that the way he goes about his business, his work ethic, his motherfucking ultimate competitiveness, you know what I'm saying? His footwork, second to none, or maybe to Kobe Bryant. So people always saying it's hate, but you have to look at, you know, the bigger scale of things. Pay attention to the details. You know what I'm saying? There are a lot of good players who do a lot of good things in the league. You know what I'm saying? And then there are players that people, they force you to like them. I'm not on that Giannis train, bro. I never was. They was pumping this guy up when he came in, skinny this, skinny that, and all of a sudden he just bulked up. Nigga, if they not feeding these players steroids, then I don't know what's going on. Just because they show a motherfucker in the weight room don't mean nothing. They don't test for performance enhancing drugs in the league. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be puny and then from one year to the next year, all of a sudden now, nigga, I'm this monster of an athlete and I'm winning motherfucking MVP titles out of nowhere. Like, no, nigga, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Like, you feel me? The NBA is good at creating these players and their image and then forcing them on you so you can like them, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Period. And motherfuckers should know better. Motherfuckers who claim to be ex-professional athletes and all this different stuff. Oh, I played here, nigga. I played. Oh, nigga, I know what I'm talking about. No, you don't know what you're talking about. I don't give a fuck where you played at, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to the game. I study this shit. Period. Nigga. On a high-tech level. So, pay attention. When I'm talking, pay attention. That's all I'm saying to y'all. When I'm talking, pay attention, bro. Feel me? Because I'm gonna drop some jewels in there to make you be like, well, damn. And then when this shit happen, y'all be like, well, damn, bro, how did he know that shit? Because, nigga, I've been studying and playing. I done played this game, studied this game for long enough to know certain shit about the game, bro. And you never can stop learning. You know what I'm saying? So, that's just what it is, man. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Love, live, life, smile, cry, laugh, bro. Real E-Leezy, man. Appreciate all my peoples. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have a blessed day.